Hi everyone. So today I'm going to review Candace's book, The Black Girl's Guide to Being Blissfully Feminine. I absolutely love this book. I want to include book reviews on my channel and not just planner things because I know so many planners read. So I have a lot of lifestyle and relationship and feminine books lined up, but I also have 40 business books that I'll be reading and reviewing on this channel. So you definitely want to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. All right, so let's get into this book. So this book was published in 2016. It is self-published, or I can say indie published, because it hasn't been picked up by a major publisher, but it totally should. 159 pages, very well written, and it really is just captivating. It's an amazing page turner. Candace, excellent writing. She keeps the story going. She gives you tips. And as she says in the back of the book, it's part story, it's part instructional. And so it's a really, really good mix of information and guidance. Definitely a must read for any woman from the city. Specifically, obviously, as the book says, for Black girls. The reason is because this has a lot of cultural notes that appeal to African American women. So really good for women from the city, African American women from the city. Really, really good read for women over 30 because a lot of the time period that she mentions, growing up and then coming into her womanhood, really speak to you. And so it's something that you may be able to identify with, which is fantastic. I totally identified with it, being someone over 30. Page 12, loved page 12 if you get the physical book because it is also available on Kindle. Is where a lot of women go wrong, I believe, in terms of dating and relationships and just overall, how they carry themselves in the world. We tend to place things like our education and our kind of status at our jobs in a high position, but other people don't necessarily so. And so there's a lot of learning curve that goes along with that. And I really enjoyed reading about that because I know that's a mistake that I made early on when I was going out into the world. Candace is truly a woman who has done the work. That's why I like her book. She reveals a little scandal in the book in terms of going through the level up community and being one of the pioneers in the level up community, at least for African American women. But she has done the work. It's very thoughtful. It's very emotional. And, she really outlines some detailed things that Black women specifically can do to get a better understanding of their role as women and wanting to move into their femininity and understanding how that femininity benefits them. So that's what I love about it as well. Emphasizes travel, emphasizes research, emphasizes Sankofa, which is a really big part of understanding who you are. She mentions a few other books and she gives a few reference points and things like that. So as I said, it's a really well-written, self-published book. What I'd like to say is there is untold wisdom in this book. You can absolutely tell that this is not just another level up dating coach who was trying to get you to buy something, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do a review. I feel like this book has been out since 2016 and it has not gotten a review or accolades that I think it deserves. I really identified with it, even though her base is in Oakland on the West Coast. I really, really, really enjoyed it. So one of the things that I wanted to say is that Candace is an intelligent woman. And when you start to read the book, you'll see that she's not just telling you, hey girl, put on some lipstick and smile. It's a really introspective thing. This is a passion project for her. This is something where she is revealing a lot of the mistakes. She is revealing vulnerability in this book, something that you can really identify with and really grasp. So that is, those are some fantastic takeaways. Now, another thing is, just to summarize, there is some sex mentioned in the book. You might not want someone under around 16 to read it. It's not, graphic and it's not vile, but there is some sexuality mentioned. It's a fairly culturally accurate book in terms of African American culture and other cultures that she mentions. And finally, I'd just like to say I love this book. It was definitely an addition to my life, definitely benefited from it, even as a married woman of 10 years. I would like to see this book picked up by a publisher. I mean, I don't know how Candace would feel about that, being that, you know, everything is hers right now. But I feel like this really needs to get out. This needs to be a cult classic. This needs to be something that women really embrace in this space, in this level up space. And it also clears her name from a few things that have happened in the community, which I really appreciate and I really love. So if you would like to read this book for yourself on Kindle or in paperback, which I prefer, please click the affiliate link below to purchase, and I am sure you will enjoy it just as much as I have. All right, thanks so much, and I will see you for the next review.